Okay. So we've got our nice little lineup over here. And so microfiber towel, straight out of the shower. We're just gonna do a gentle squeeze and blot and try not to rub it or wring it.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be perfectly towel dried. It's the goal of not dripping.
Okay.
And then we're starting with leave-in repair treatment, right? Purple one. So this has some of that vivid color complex to it and some of the damage cure complex to it. That's why it goes in first. It's helping to maintain the length of our hair, preventing split ends, and also helping to maintain the color itself just by making sure the pigments stay pigment.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a little bit of sculpture, and I like to use about a nickel size.
All right.
Okay. And then a little bit of illuminant right on top of it.
Okay.
You are mixing those together. Nickel size, 5 to 7 spritzes. That chemical reaction is physically sealing that cuticle down, locking in everything that we just put in over there.
Okay.
And then also that damage cure complex.
Okay.
But it's also instantly sealing that cuticle back down that would otherwise take 3 days to do on its own.
Okay.
And in that time, your color would continue oxidizing actually in that time.
Okay.
That's old color techniques. We don't use those no more.
Okay. I also just got my filter in.
Good.
My shower head in, so
Good.
like I said, I've been moving and stuff, so now I gotta go and put that on, and that's one of the things I haven't been doing, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Because the color stayed really well.
Yeah. That's what I love about this color, is that it doesn't truly fade.
Yeah, I've noticed that sometimes even a week after, my hair will start to lighten up, and even without the filter, it did not do that at all.
Yeah.
All you saw today, was grow out, I thought. Okay.
Yeah. The toner shifted a little bit, but that's to be expected.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But my grays weren't popping through 2 days after I got it covered. That covered it. That it adhered very nicely.
So, like I said, when it's wet, this is your leave-in, and I'm truly overdoing it.
Okay.
On day 2, day 3, a light mist of this should be plenty. But if you need to, if like one curl is just completely out of whack, you can completely resaturate it with just this, and then it's not water. You're still reactivating what you previously put in.
Okay.
Okay. And then we've got our foam. And again, I overdo the foam to prove a point.
Okay.
But the main thing is that when you do twist it to test it, you see that product being pushed back out.
Okay.
We want good, even saturation thoroughly everywhere.
Okay. And you're putting this even closer to my roots, which is a technique that some stylists have said yay or nay on. I've noticed that. Usually it stays closer to the edges, but you're putting it everywhere.
I'm putting it everywhere.
Okay.
So for Eufora, there's nothing in it that's going to clog your follicles. There's nothing in it that's going to leave a residue behind. There's nothing that's going to build up anywhere. It is completely water soluble, biodegradable, etc. So for a lot of things, because hair is technically dead, the products are made for hair and not for skin, and that's why they tell you to avoid the scalp at all costs.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I'm not putting on a biohaz suit just to make sure that it only touches hair. It's still touching hands.
Right.
So it needs to also work on skin.
I love that.
So, once everything is in is where we're taking this brush.
Yeah, I got the one from your site too, so
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. And then I like to separate top, little horseshoe. And then I like to do a second horseshoe. I'm leaving some of this like front section and going just behind it. And then another little,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So
I didn't do any of this stuff, Anna.
Okay.
this is you are just clearing up a lot of stuff for me.
Great. Okay. So yeah, everything in. Now that we've got the order situated and the right coupling to start with, right? From here, this is where all the volume sits, right? So we're doing all of the volume here. Less volume through here. We're just trying to get as much curl as possible.
Okay.
And then this is your like intermediary. So if you're doing, if you're using this for like more length and less volume, then you have like a gap of how do you combine this with that without showing a seam in there, right?
Right.
Roller marks are not cute.
No.
So, using the tail end just to separate. And then we've got light brushes so that we're not using too much tension, right? You got the little knobby bits.
Okay, that makes sense because that's what I was doing. I was getting in there. I was like, okay.
We want to make sure it's detangled first without a whole lot of extra pull in.
Okay.
And then we want to go in for the boar bristles all the way through.
Okay.
Right? That gets the little baby hairs into place so that they're all following the same suit. You're rolling it all the way through to the other side here, pulling it straight down. And how the roots dry is how they want to stay. So I'm just going straight out from where it lives, right?
Okay.
Because if you comb it this way, it is now flat against your head.
Right.
Zero volume. Is this making sense?
Yes, it's completely making sense.
Okay. What were we doing wrong?
I was kind of like, almost like an old school blowout, you know, where like you kind of went in and went, like that.
Yep, okay.
And then I would blow dryer it, but it just was not smooth. Like I could tell somehow, like certain parts were smoother.
Yeah.
But it was not. Okay. And I was being very like I was being much more aggressive. Like my was like harder.
Gotcha.
And I went deep in from the, like you just said, like, hey, there's no need to go in there and just like start getting with the bristles right away.
Yes.
That's not. I was like, yeah. I just went in there like it was. I was trying to blow it out.
Oh, okay.
But with a twist, and that didn't work.
Okay, cool. So yeah, hair is more fragile when it's wet.
Okay.
So you don't want to put too much tension on it while it's in that wet state, right?
Yeah.
Because that stretches it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more elastic. It doesn't always come back like it should. So by starting gentle and just making sure it's detangled first.
Okay.
And then you're just, it's really just the one and done. Right?
Yeah.
Of the actual tension.
Yeah.
So you're not like pulling it all the way through and going back through it and going back through it. That's going to save your hair.
Yeah. And I think that's why I was like so nervous to use that brush. And I'm like, but like it's completely different. You're using much more of a gentle hand.
Yeah, once it's detangled, it's really just a matter of it's getting the hair in right here. This is where all the tension is.
Okay.
Right?
And
then you're just pulling it through from there.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Okay. That way you're not like trying to like dig into it.
Yeah. I think I was much too aggressive on it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
That explains so much.
Okay. Right, so all that tension comes in right here and then down.
All right.
Right?
Right.
And it's the same angle that I'm detangling at, right? That keeps you from, like, once it's detangled out that direction, all the hairs are trying to go that direction, so that last little just polishes it.
Right on. Okay. This is making total sense to me right now.
Cool. Otherwise you are fighting it, right? Because you combed it one direction first, and now you gotta back the other way.
Okay.
Okay. How do we feel like parting it today?
That way.
Over here.
Yeah. I have a cowlick, which makes it look weird, but it's not. That's not a part. It's just a cowlick.
Okay.
Special little birth defect, but it's okay.
Yeah. Work with it. Yeah, I would say this side. Let me just split in half. It's too chunky to do all in one.
Okay.
Right? Detangled all the way in for tension.
There it is.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
I could definitely even feel the way it like settles differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You want to do the other side?
No. I'm just going to sit here and watch you for a few minutes and just kind of
okay.
Rewatch the video, and then I'll do it when I feel more confident. But
Okay.
like, that's very kind of you to ask me.
It's the easiest way for me to check your angle and then adjust what your wrist is doing if you need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do that next time.
Okay. Boop. Go back through that section. Questions, comments, concerns?
Nope, just soaking it all in right now, to be honest with you.
Okay. Back here is, I think, the trickiest spot
Okay.
because it's hard for you to see at home, like what tiny sections to take back here. But
Mhm.
honestly and truly, as long as it's just straight out from where it lives,
Okay. And then the little wisp at the end.
it'll find a home.
Okay. And I think once I get more confidence with using an appliance on my hair, I think that'll be better too. Because like you said, it kind of locks everything in. And you said the water in my hair, like, kind of weighs it down sometimes and wasn't always the healthiest. That's,
Oh yeah, the hard water stuff.
well, I never dried my hair. I would always let it dry
yes,
wet. And you said it can be stressful sometimes to the actual strands of the hair. Like new hair science. I didn't really think about it, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
That tension from heavy.
The tension from heavy, but also water is corrosive, and it's a higher pH than your hair.
Okay.
And the longer it sits, the more that cuticle stays open, the more free radicals get in, causes some damage to the inside.
Okay.
Yep.
Making sense. So yeah, I'm gonna go this new route. Makes sense. Science is science.
Okay. So I am gonna have you just lean into it for me. Great. So I'm just taking the ends and got it in the bowl itself, doing a little zigzaggy, and then you can lift your head back up. And I'm truly just focused on the ends themselves.
Okay.
And then just letting them cook until they're 100% dry.
Okay.
And then slowly moving up.
Okay.
The other thing is, when we've talked about diffusers, I like how many tiny holes there are.
Okay. These
Right?
are tiny, tiny.
These are tiny, tiny holes. Pasta strainer, right? Because it's physically stopping the wind from doing this. That's our biggest problem, right?
Okay.
With the one you have, sacrifice some pantyhose, right?
Put it
Stick
over.
a whole leg in, glue it to the middle with some hot glue
Okay.
or something, and just, you can make it work. Pantyhose is a zillion tiny holes.
Okay. I had that transposed. I think I was trying to go for the bigger holes instead of it. That's the one you didn't want. You wanted
Correct.
smaller because you told me that
Yes.
last time and I completely spaced it. It's all coming back to me, Anna. It's all coming
good.
back.
It's all good. We
It's a
do
process,
have
right?
we do have in our link our top 5 favorite diffusers
Okay.
as an option.
Okay.
But absolutely make some pantyhose work for you.
Okay.
It's a zillion tiny holes. Double up legs if you need to.
Okay.
$5 fixed, right?
Right.
Cool. So, go ahead and lean back over for me. Right, getting the ends in, doing a little zigzaggy. Anything that doesn't naturally fall into that bowl, don't try to force it. You're just catching what naturally falls in. That way you're not stretching anything in the wrong way. And then you can lift your head back up, right? This is where we're holding it.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Flip your head.
That feels better.
Okay. It's a gun, right?
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
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 Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna learn.
Yeah. Yeah. The longer that you let it sit, the less it's moving, the less friction you're creating, the less frizz.
Okay. Yeah. And that, again, that was where I was going wrong because I was like throwing up my hair like everywhere. And
Yep.
you make it look so easy.
It is easy. Right, so I'm really just pinching to see when it starts feeling dry. And I've want, just keep going.
Okay.
Right? It's not too hot, right?
Yeah, I'm moving my head because it's getting a little hot, but it's okay. It's not, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not burning my head.
You see me just slightly adjust some things as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, this is basically dry.
Okay.
Right?
It is. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm slightly moving higher up. So you remember, I think I said something about vacuuming. You get like half over your previous section.
Right, okay.
So I'm staying in the same line.
Okay.
Just to make sure all of the water evaporates. Right?
Yeah, okay.
And so even here, like I'm shifting back and forth, but I'm in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Think about when you check your pie, right?
Right.
You take it out, you toothpick in. Right? You can take it out, you can toothpick in. But if you let it sit on the counter and cool for 20 minutes, it's too late to pop it back in. You gotta
Right. Okay.
Right?
Right.
See, just that little zhuzh
Yeah.
helps make sure that the air gets all the way through to the root.
Okay.
And reinforces that, like, how the roots are drying is how they're going to sit, right?
Right.
And then even so, too, try just one finger separate. Now my hand can be a diffuser.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Truly, I'm focused on this whole quadrant before moving on to anything else.
I see that, yeah.
Move on to the next quadrant, right?
Okay.
And so for you, if you turn your head to face that wall, now you got your gum back, right?
Yeah.
Right? You're just turning that way
Right.
to get back here.
Okay.
And then keep your hand up, because when it's time to get the roots, look what you're doing.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Much easier angle.
For sure. That felt better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're coming at it from a different way that I'm coming at it.
Right.
too hot, you have a couple options that aren't moving to a whole new section, right?
Right.
So you're truly trying to go until it also holds on to that heat, right?
Okay.
If it gets cold too fast, there's still water somewhere, right?
Okay.
So if you think about towels in the dryer, you go to check on them when they're cold, you give them 5 more minutes.
Right.
Same thing.
Okay.
Next section.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
And it's that same, if you want to hold it this way, right? I'm just going to turn that way this time.
Okay.
Hold it like a gun. And turn the head this way. There you go. Right? Right up in there.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, okay. Let me hold it one more time. So,
Yep.
yeah, because I kept wanting to flip my hand the other way and then, okay.
Yeah, no. Because exactly.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's just a lot easier back from yoga to just hit this than it is to do a head bang.
Yeah, I was doing that and then I was like doing, and then sticking it to my head.
Oh, yeah.
So that probably, I'm going to try the diffuser that was on your site that I bought.
Sure.
I'm going to try that again then.
Okay.
Because the holes are smaller, obviously, on that one too.
Okay.
And maybe because I'm not holding it to my head, it's not going to punch. Like I'm just being way too aggressive. Again, it was like, you know, like where you're just gently,
moving too fast.
too much pressure on all of my the brush, the hair dryer, all of it. Because like even earlier when you were like, okay, put your head this way, I was like real fast. And I'm like, calm it down, Miranda. Like, you know, like I'm trying to beat it into submission or something, you know?
Yeah, no.
For a little hair.
Listen, the curls are going to curl. That's what they do.
Right. Yeah, there's no reason for me to go in like I'm trying to, you know, beginning to, like, I've always done it for, like, blowouts or flat ironing. So you go in there, like, hard. Like you're trying to beat it into submission, you know?
And there's also an easier way to do that because you shouldn't be doing that either.
Okay, yeah. I haven't done that in my hair in at least 8-9 years.
Yeah.
But, like, old habits die hard. Like, I'm just going in there.
And honestly, that's the stress damage and the heat damage combo that truly just pulls out your curl over time. Right?
Right.
There's definitely healthier ways to do that and easier ways to do that. And again, just previously checking that last section, anything that felt cold too fast, come back.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
much rather do this than have it completely on your head, you know?
Okay.
Because look, if it's too hot here, I haven't moved it.
Right.
But I can also just squeeze it and check to see how warm it's getting.
Right.
Like I said, just touching and feeling. Anything that cooled faster than anything else is just coming back to.
Okay.
But just like, right, I'm not moving it a whole lot.
Okay.
The main thing that I think you can see is that the hair's not doing a whole lot of.
It's not well, and it's a lot smoother than what I was doing for sure.
Yeah. Are you using enough of the comb? Because that's the other thing.
Probably not.
Okay. Because the whole thing is to just, this section stays together.
Okay.
Right? Until it dries.
What a difference technique can make, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Here you go.
Oh my God.
Look at how much blonde we got up in here too.
We sure did. When I say we, I mean you. That looks so great, Anna. Well done, you. Wow.
That's going to create a really nice blend as it grows out for you.
Okay, cool.
And then day 2 refresh.
Okay.
Right, so that we're covering it. The 2 things that happen overnight, right, is a little teasing from the pillow.
Okay.
And a little smushing.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, I do come up with a mullet sometimes.
Okay, so the 2 things. Number 1 is first start smoothing some of that frizz down.
Okay.
If you've dried your hair properly to 100% dry, point where it's retaining heat, that's the shape it's going to want to come back to, right? So even though I'm pulling on it, it wants to come right back to that.
Okay.
So you can use just clean, dry hands, or you can do a little bit of illuminate just to kind of take that frizz out.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
And then once the frizz is gone, we're going to take some more of this. Not water-based, right? Aloe-based.
No more spritzing my hair with water.
So we're not diluting anything that we just put in. We're actually re-putting some of the stuff back, right?
Okay.
And that's where you're just going to lightly re-spritz.
Okay.
Maybe let air dry. Maybe just scrunch and go.
Okay.
If you are going to re-diffuse it because it's just extra flat, That's where your low speed setting comes in.
So,
and that's where you're scrunched all the way up to here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Right?
Right.
Because you're just hitting it a little bit, letting it chill, and come back.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The other thing is a little bit extra volume, right? So if you take a diagonal line from here back, one finger separate, and then wide fingers in all the way at the root, push it in the wrong direction, and just heat it. And then let it cool. This is like the wrinkle release of hair.
Okay.
Right? So you've reheated the roots that way. You're letting it cool. And then when you flip it back over, you get a little extra bounce.
Yay! Look at that. What
Right?
a difference. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
An easy morning routine brings it right back. And that also gives you that rounder shape that you were looking for, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Neat.
Okay.